Okay guys, welcome back down the Carbon Car Systems. I'm just going to do a quick addition to that review we did on the Pioneer unit last Friday, these new AVH-Z smartphone series. So this is the 5050BT, the 2050BT and the 7050BT. All very good units, will run Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now I mentioned there's two DAB Plus units, the 3000 and the 5000. So those two units, we got a chance to play with them over the weekend. They actually do come with the cradles in the box because that particular model is sourced from a European market. So they do come with the cradles, and we noticed they had dual video input functionality on those two units, okay? So you can run a front and rear camera, where these will be single video functions, okay? So be aware they're slightly different units. That is the main differences between those. So in the 7-inch version, you got the 5050BT here, which is no DAB Plus, and then you got the 5000 version of it, which has the DAB Plus antenna and everything included in the box, okay? One of the other things we noticed, the charging is 1.5 amp. It is actually high current charging, so we'll do fast charging for your smartphones. I think I mentioned it was 1 amp, but it was a mistake on the box, on the website. Pioneer's website, we had a mistake on it and we checked it out. Couple other points of notice, the yellow port on the back of these units, I said it was for the app radio, but Pioneer have updated that. That is not for the app radio anymore. That is for an overseas TV tuner option, and the app radio is actually run through the USB port, so you can run everything optimally through their single USB port. They'll all run dual phones, dual Bluetooth simultaneously as well. They actually run 7 million colors. Like, they got a high resolution screen which can run like tons of different colors all over it, so you can select anything and it really gives a good clear picture. And the operating system, I said trimmed down. Now what I mean by that is it is a new operating system, but it's built specifically for these models to be optimal, okay? So like I said, we were missing a few of the languages and things like that, but it is still a new software that works really good for these units. So that was a couple of the main differences we noticed when we played with them. Oh, and one more thing about the steering wheel controls is we installed a couple of these on the weekend, and you can actually use steering wheel controls built in. So it is actually missing a part that you need, but you don't necessarily have to buy the steering wheel control adapters. You can cut up a 3.5mm AUX cable and use 3 wires out of that to go into any standard type resistive steering wheel control. So that's a lot of the Japanese vehicles, okay? European vehicles tend to use CAN bus or software programming for interfacing, so those vehicles you'll still need a separate interface. But that's good news for you guys that know how to install, but your DIYers might still be worth buying the extra adapter, the plug and play steering wheel controls, okay? So, you know, just a few corrections, a few additions as we start to play with these units, but overall, very, very good. That's the single DIN flip out, the 7050BT, the 2050BT, which doesn't have Android Auto, but it does have CarPlay, and then you got the 5050BT 7-inch version, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. But overall, these units are performing awesome, and haven't found any problems with them as of yet, and great value for money. So a few corrections there, guys, but we'll throw that up on YouTube. The full review is on YouTube, Carbon Car Systems, so go check that out if you want to know a bit more about those smartphone units. Very, very affordable. Enjoy.